For me, one of the more interesting aspects of the film sort of deals with Florence's talent versus her passion.
Yeah.
In life, there are many times where we do not have both. In your experience, what do you find to be more important, or at least a better starting point to have, the talent or the passion?
Well, I feel like I've said a couple times, sort of jokingly, but that she was filled with passion and completely unburdened by talent. And I actually do think that there is something true about that it can be kind of a heavy weight to carry sometimes if you're trying to if you're trying to sort of pay your respects to this talent that's hanging around you and trying to honor that and work towards if you have no concept of anything and you're just doing it despite a lack of ability, there's something very freeing about. Of course I wouldn't know because I'm just riddled with talent. No, but I think there's something beautiful about that. That doesn't enter the equation, ability, and it's all about the ambition and about the passion of these amateurs.
Well, you can learn talent. It's very difficult to learn passion. You either
That's
have
true.
it or you...
That's true. You can hone something, but you can't. But the outlook that she had, and sort of, it's this like I have to believe it to see it. It's kind of like it's like there's like a Buddhist saying or something, like she just believed it and then it manifested. It's very, I don't know, it's inspiring.
I want to talk about the nature of the relationship between Florence and Cosme. Are they truly friends, or did you find that they were truly friends? Because there is sort of this blurring of lines a little bit where he is an employee, she is the employer. There is a self-serving interest in him being able to play Carnegie Hall, but at the same time, he's not very honest, as you might be with a friend, about the true nature of what they're trying to do.
But I mean, I think that this movie questions that, and it questions why would we crush someone's dreams, or is it self-serving in some ways to actually to sort of break the news to somebody about your opinion, unless it's harmful, I guess. But I mean, my character has the luxury of stepping into it. I feel like the more morally ambiguous character might be Hugh's character, where he's married to her and manages her, and my guy that's why I think I sort of function as the eyes of the audience, because he's just new to this and in this bizarro world, and I think it does make people think, oh my God, what would you do? He has a chance to play Carnegie Hall, but his whole reputation and integrity will go out the window. But and I think you get to watch him struggle with, should I tell? How do I? Her husband, does he know? Wait, who knows? And what's going? Am I hearing things? So I don't know. It's an interesting question to think about,
Well, did you find then, in sort of exploring the character, that he did have a genuine care for her along the way? Because you have these interactions, they're spending a lot of time together, you get to know people a little bit more, and he sort of, I guess, understands what she's trying to do. So does that, I guess, further complicate that relationship, because he has a sense of, I guess, right or wrong, but he also has a genuine like for this person.
Yeah, I think that is, for sure, when I think, first of all, approaching it just in order to make this story as a movie be something that people might want to see, and to finding the humanity in these people and approaching it really from a place of love and trying to celebrate this, as opposed to, looking down the bridge of our nose at these people and making fun of them. That's always good, I think, when approaching a character. But also, genuinely, I think that there was a love that existed between them. They all profited a little bit financially and artistically, but I think at the center of this is we're seeing people help prop up somebody's dreams and passions and helping them fulfill that, and it required some deception and some insulation and all of that, and paying off some critics, but
especially during one of the key sequences, which is kind of Cosme's first exposure to her singing ability. You don't have the luxury of dialogue to convey any sort of emotion or reaction. It's all facial expressions, mostly the eyes, a little bit of your mouth.
Yeah.
That's all the tools that you have really in that
Yeah.
in that scene. How difficult is that to put all of that into nonverbal expression in order to get the audience fully aware of what this character is experiencing at the moment?
It's something that, thank God, I wasn't really cognizant of in that way. I mean, I wasn't really seeing it from the outside, I guess. I was just trying to listen to Meryl. And we're playing the music, and she's singing, and that live, so we're shooting it, so it's happening. So that was beneficial to actually have that happening to react to. But, yeah, I mean, I guess it comes from putting all of the work into figuring out who this guy was and what this relationship was, and then, you know, and then it just comes through, hopefully, the face and the eyes, and yeah, they used a lot of my face. I guess it's a good punchline. That's always a confidence booster. Cut to his face for a laugh.
In that particular sequence too, had you been made aware of how she would sound, or was that something that they tried to keep you away from in order to get, I guess, a genuine reaction?
That would have been nice to have. No, nothing. There was no genuine surprise, except for what you kind of get just whenever you're acting with somebody, which is it's always different, especially with Meryl because she's so great, and each moment is new. But no, we had already rehearsed. We'd actually already recorded all of the music was recorded at Abbey Road, and then sort of thrown out, and then we did it again. And so that was a benefit of doing it live. It was really happen. You know, it always was new, and working with Meryl again is something that it's different every take, and so it keeps it alive, and that's kind of I guess that was helpful.
How many takes do you have to shoot of that in order to, I guess, maintain character? Because I imagine it's got to be somewhat difficult when you're hearing that right there, live and in person, that it is jarring in the film when it first happens. It is, you know, it's humorous until you sort of get into who the character is.
Yeah.
But when you're there and you're hearing that, it's kind of unnatural sounds that you're hearing in the moment.
Yeah, I think animals started mating. We had to shut down production. It's definitely, I don't tend to break a lot and laugh all over stuff. I mean, we had fun and we laughed, and if we started laughing, we started laughing. But again, by that point, we had done it so many times that but we also were still doing it in the moment, and that required a lot of focus, and so there almost wasn't room to just find ourselves that amusing, I guess. But a lot of that was just me watching her, because it was amazing, and that's what it was. So you got that authentic reaction.